first and 10. Hoffman got an open man. It's Fumagalli. And they'll get him down here at the 23. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So that'll back him up 5. On second down, Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Hoffman. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Melvin Ingram with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right on the 30. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Throwing on 1st down. Higgins. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on 3rd down. Higgins. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Higgins. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Higgins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Gordon on first down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Back to throw. Higgins. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Higgins. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gone!
To throw on 2nd down. Hoffman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
first down. Higgins. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Operating from the gun. Higgins going up top. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Looking to throw. Hoffman. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
All right, here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hoffman. Complete out right to Jake Butt. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. First and 10. Hoffman. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to wait.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. They give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Chargers. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Throwing to start the drive. Higgins. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again. Higgins. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw. Higgins. Throwing right, and that's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Booker on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Hoffman forced out to his left. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun, Hoffman being chased out left. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. That one goes for 24 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Throwing on first down. Higgins. His throw incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Higgins. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. Able to push his way through. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Tough first half for him. Unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! 319! 319! Hot! Hot!
Looking to throw on second down. Higgins. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
On first down, Higgins. And this is complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
To throw on second down, Higgins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw on second down. Hoffman. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Throwing to start the drive. Higgins. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. This time, the extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air on second down. Hoffman steps away to his left. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. To throw on 2nd down, Hoffman. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
Operating from the gun. Hoffman looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run forward Janovich. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Green 39.
On 1st and 10, Higgins throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Hot.
Here's Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
From the gun, Higgins. He's going to let it go deep for the and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Sua Cravens with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Freeman again. And some room to roam now. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Hoffman is going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A huge play there for Denver. 55 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Detroit!
On 1st down, Hoffman. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw on second down. Higgins looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Henry, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
First and 10, Hoffman. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
A second down carry for Booker. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Corey Liggett makes the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On third down, Hoffman. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A very solid gain of 27. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Back to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
A pair of first downs gives them a first and 10 up at the 44.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. Drops it underneath for Booker. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And this is caught at the 8. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw. This is Booker on the dump off. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the fourth quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
It will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the fourth quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for Denver, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be off to Oakland next week